What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another Spookycast, Absolute Zeros podcast. I am your host, Josh, and with me tonight we have Daz the Ghost
Hello, hello.
and Alessandro.
How are you not going to introduce me first? And I've been on
Because
all
you
four
have
of
to
these.
bit.
Man, that's annoying as hell. I've been on all four of these.
It's my
and not
month.
introducing-
It's
Hey,
my
shut
month.
up. Jay, shut up.
No, hey, it's my month.
Shut
You're
up.
not allowed to
It's,
say shut up.
it's my month. It's Bad Heritage Month. I win.
No,
Shut
no,
up.
no, it's Spooky month.
No, fuck Spooky Month. Spooky all year round. We only get 1 month. And Cinco de Mayo, even though that's not our Independence Day.
No, it's Day of the Dead.
I can't believe I'm telling the entire undead community about this.
You can tell them and they can suck my nuts.
You suck your bony nuts.
Yeah, my bony nuts. I was trying to think of a good pun.
Hey, yo. By the way, Alessandro, we got you on 4 of these so far. What were you saying at the very first Spooky Cast?
You just caught me at very good times. Because guess what? I was supposed to go see Venom with my mom, but then I was like, oh, I told Josh a Venom podcast. Venom. You just happen to always catch me while I'm at my desk, and you're like, hey, and I'm like, fuck, I can't lie. I am at my desk.
Very true.
But I will say, I have been playing Hearthstone during all these.
I mean, I'm
As
not
you
surprised.
Yep.
Mr. Addicted over there. Gotta
Hey,
shoot it
it's
in
not
the
an addiction if you're good at it, okay?
That's what an addict says.
Yeah,
Hey.
and that's why I will never stop drinking because I'm really good at drinking. Okay.
Exactly.
That's why I'll never stop collecting Transformers.
I've gone through 6 livers, okay?
And they're all everyone else's.
Six
Chandler doesn't know
livers
this
and
yet,
4
but I've
arms.
stolen half of his liver like 8 times because it regenerates.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so boys, this is the final Spooky Cast episode for Absolute Zeros podcast. So I do want to say happy Halloween to everyone because this will be coming out this Sunday, the 27th, right before Halloween. So the very first question I do want to put to you guys: what's your favorite scary movie?
You didn't say it right. You gotta say it.
What's your favorite?
All right. Hold on.
Hey, like-
So, what's your favorite scary movie?
Wouldn't you like to know, Mr. Ghostface?
I kind of do. Now play the game.
Oh man, it comes between 2,
All right.
and I'm gonna give you one of them's more modern, the other's an older one. The Thing, it's fucking practical effects of that movie are beautiful, great, love it. And then for a more modern one, a lot of people don't class. What the hell? A more modern one, I'll say Get Out.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
All right.
pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting.
So The Thing and Get Out. For an older scary movie, The Thing. For something that's come out recently, Get Out.
Gotcha. Yeah, definitely more modern, more suspenseful and thrills
Yeah.
than modern horror. Daz?
I think for me, if we're gonna do like a classic and a modern, definitely the original Alien scared the piss out of me when I first saw it. And it's actually, fun fact, one of my only fears is space. The unknowing.
Final Frontier.
Yeah, dude, fuck that. If the planet dies, I'm just gonna stay in my crypt. It's okay. I'll just stay here. It's fine. I really don't care.
Down in the underbelly.
Y'all can go explore space. Fuck that noise.
Hell no.
Other than that, Saw. I watch Saw at least once a year.
Nice. Good
Hands
series.
down.
I think we talked
Really,
about
really-
the first episode, didn't we?
I think so. A little bit at the very least. Yeah.
Hell yeah. What about you? What about you, Josh?
Well, if we are doing oldies and newbies, the classic I would have to say is one of my favorites is The Exorcist.
Nice.
Ooh, that's a good
I was
one.
also going to say that, but I was like, I think Josh should probably take this. I was expecting
Oh.
one of you boys to take this.
Well, I felt like it was a little too on the nose, considering I am a ghost. Like demons are kind of our cousins.
You don't possess people though.
No, like because I'm cool.
Yeah. Trying to rule hell and all that. But yeah.
Exactly.
Exorcist is definitely my favorite scary movie. As for a modern, I'd have to say It Chapter 1.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Remake.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
remake.
Yeah.
I'm glad
That's-
that they finally went around and didn't do another like mini TV series. And it was like, fuck it, 2-part movie with amazing actors.
Yeah.
Very true. I mean, they could have stuck a little more to the book, but thankfully they didn't stick very
Too much
true
to the book.
Yeah. You don't want to see. You don't want to see that
Yeah.
scene.
No,
That's fair.
I'm
I
not
think there were
digging
some good modernizations.
Yeah,
for sure.
very.
Diddy was probably
Except I
upset that he
wanted
had that
my.
scene.
Except I wanted my cosmic turtle.
That's honestly, that's also fair. Well, then again, I think it was kind of a little too goofy for a modern horror film.
Fair, very fair. That being
Yeah.
said, all the Stephen King movies are connected in one way or another, even if
Yeah.
they're not.
Explicit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very explicit.
Bill Skarsgård's so good in that too. And
Oh yeah.
Really
he
is.
did. What was it? Um, damn, what was it called? It's a horror movie. It's a recent one with him. It's got like that whole like weird creepy vibe thing to it, like an underground basement type vibe. Where like he
Are you
stays at
talking
a,
about Bill Skarsgård and like his normal day-to-day life? Because that sounds like some shit. I'd believe it.
Barbarian.
Oh, I think
That's
I've
a
seen a little bit
really,
on YouTube Shorts.
really good modern one as well. His day-to-day life is so wrong, dude.
I love how that hit you now.
It's so fucked up.
I've never heard of Barbarian. What is that?
Oh, give
What's
it
that
a
about?
watch.
It's really
So
good.
okay, so easiest way to put it, it's this girl rents a B&B
Okay.
in like I think Detroit actually, it's some city, right? But she gets there at night, so she doesn't see what the neighborhood looks like. And she shows up to the house, and Bill's character opens the door, and he's like, "Can I help you?" And she's like, "What are you doing here? Like, this is my B&B. What are you doing in here?" And he's like, "No, this is my B&B." And so she's like, "Well, fuck, I'm like stuck here." And he's like, "Well, take the room. It has a lock, and you can sleep there." And then they find this like weird door that goes underground, and you can hear that there's creatures underneath. I don't want to spoil too much because if I could give too much, it'll pretty much spoil the thing. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
it splits to Homeboy from Jeepers Creepers, that actor, him.
Oh,
He's
fuck
also in it, and if he's in any horror movie, his character's just fucked. And his character also ends up at that B&B like the next day.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's got this like weird whole like that neighborhood's been abandoned because of something that happened in the past of that original homeowner. I don't know why it's called Barbarian actually. From what I remember, there's not really any barbarian things in it. Maybe the villain of the movie is barbaric, like you would describe her as barbaric.
Right.
When she
Her?
acts. Yeah, it's a. I'll tell you, it's a female villain.
Oh, nice. Don't get very many female villains.
Yeah.
It's always a good refresher for sure when people change the trope.
Yep.
Equality, bitches.
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
she's
Equal left, equal rights.
But it's a good watch. It also gives you like I thought funny enough from the trailer and the way when I watched it, I thought it was an A24 film, but it's not. It's just like it's like I think it's Sony. Who is it? Hold on. Regency Enterprises.
Oh shit, nice.
And then distributed by 20th Century.
Okay.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah. And like, look, I really looked that up. Like, so you know how I said the A24 thing? It's the people also ask, did A24 make Barbarian? Is A24 is Barbarian an A24 movie?
Hell yeah.
Because it gives those vibes.
Yeah, A24 does a lot of really good horror movies.
You know,
I changed my answer. Modern. It's gonna be Hereditary.
speaking of
Yeah, nice.
Speaking of 20th Century Fox, though, let's talk about some overrated horror movies. That's where I'm at.
Yes, let's please.
How much time movie? How long do we got?
I mean,
As much time as we got, baby.
I can start us off with the hottest take.
Which one?
All right.
People are gonna get really mad about this, but I think The Shining is just not a very good horror movie. It's really overrated.
Ooh.
It's creepy, like every once in a while, but dude, it's mostly just a dude running around a hotel talking to these ghosts and not having a whole lot of fucking anything happen.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's as bad as the more recent Exorcist movie, but it's pretty bad. So I don't understand why it's so popular.
It's the plot itself, meh. Jack Nicholson, great in it, and it just has some amazing camera shots. Is what really carries it.
Yeah,
I can see that. I think so that
because I agree with you. It's not
like Stanley
not amazing.
Kubrick is just
Story's
amazing.
kinda meh.
Yeah, it's
like a B tier movie.
But
You
it
know?
has really cool camera shots, which really carry it very well.
Oh, 100%. But like, I think also that you could carve off 30 minutes of that film and have a much better experience.
Oh yeah.
Like, I could make a Daz the Ghost cut, and it would go from a B movie to an A movie. So it'd be like, all right, you don't need this context. This is just like 15 minutes of them talking about dumb bullshit that doesn't matter. Here we go. Boom. I've cut out all the, like, stretching for time for a theatrical release, and here's an actual movie that's sittable and watchable.
Have y'all seen that meme where it's like the way horror movies would end if there was logical people? And it's The Shining. It's just like photos, and it's like, well, this job you will be alone and it's high intensity, blah blah blah. Are you gonna be okay with that? And it's like, no, and then it cuts to the credits. I'll have to find it to show it to you.
I think you've sent me those before.
Yeah, I'll have to find it and show it to you, Josh.
Nice. If we're talking overrated movies, I know this is probably gonna get on under people's skin a bit, but I think the first Purge is really overrated.
Ooh, you know, I gotta be
I haven't
real
seen it in so long,
dude.
so I can't.
Oh, go ahead, Al.
Go ahead. I can't really remember. I can't agree or disagree, so I will be neutral on this one.
I remember.
Oh fuck. Sorry. Go ahead.
I don't know. You're good. You're good, bro. I would say I watched the first Purge movie way after the Purge was popular. Like, the third or fourth movie had come out by then. Mm-hmm. And I was just finally like, fuck it, it's on Netflix or whatever it was on. And I think that Purge is a little overrated, but I think it's a pretty fantastic thriller horror movie. I think if you're looking to be, like, genuinely terrified, not the movie for you. If you're looking for more suspense or, like, thriller horror, that's the spot. Because it, like, really examines, you know, what would happen if society was just allowed to break down, and, like, kind of has some more psychological horror aspect of, this is how fucked up rich people would be. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I think on the surface, super hyper overrated. But when you, like, really think about what the movie represents, you're like, oh, fuck, this is fucked up.
Yeah, I can understand it, but honestly, I don't really get that until the Forever Purge. Like,
that's true.
The Forever Purge is probably the best Purge movie because it probably mostly accurately depicts what would happen if everyone is just given carte blanche for 24 hours. That 24 hours is up. Why the hell would people stop?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think the only one I've seen is the first Purge. Like, I think that's what the movie is called, the first Purge. Or
I think the first Purge was a prequel, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That came out after the first one. That was like
came
the
out in
third
2018, and that one was. I think that's the only one I've ever seen fully. Where I was like, oh, okay.
I think that one was pretty good.
Yeah.
I think it was a little slower than the other Purge movies, but it was still really good.
I think it had.
I think, you know what? Now, you know what, Josh? I think you've convinced me. Thinking about it, I think you're right. I think the Forever Purge takes all of the themes that the first Purge kind of, like, portrays and just does it better.
Yeah. Really, it seriously does. Because I don't think it really gets into, like, the Purge night. It just skips over that and goes straight into the next day. It's like, oh, hey, everything's perfect. La-di-da-da-da. Death. Oh, no! Let's get out of here.
Yeah. There's videos. People make videos about it all the time, like, where it's like, if I was a part of the Purge, and it's like, you're not going to do. It's like one I seen. It's like, give me all the money in the register. Wait, are you working during the Purge? Yeah, my boss said I'd get fired if I didn't.
Yeah.
And he's like, why don't you just kill him? And they're like, someone beat me to it, but I still need this job. And the person's like, I still need this job, and he's like, but you could leave right now. And he's like, yeah, but then I gotta clock out. He's like, you technically don't have to. And it's like,
It's like, HR is gonna get on my ass about it, and you know, this is the only time I could commit tax fraud about it, but I just don't want to. It's just too much.
College Humor does a skit on this too, actually, and I just thought about it. They do this thing where it's like, what if I shoot someone at 6 a.m., but they don't die until 6:05? Am I now charged with murder, or am I okay? But what if I say I shot them at 6 a.m., but really I shot them at 6:02? Like, it's like a whole thing. Which, like, makes sense, because it's gonna be like, all right, 6 a.m.
You know, the logistics of it, you're right, would be terrifying.
Yeah, it's like, if I steal a car and keep it, do I have to go get it registered at the DMV? And do I just say I stole this car last night?
Yeah.
Like, how do I prove that?
They can't prove shit.
Oh my god. Do you have to live stream it? Is that like the fucking burden of burden of truth for you to be able to like,
You have to
yo,
take a
what's up? What's up, Daz the Ghost fam? I'm here. I'm gonna steal this Hellcat.
It is currently
We're
10:12
here.
p.m. on July 21st.
We're here. We're at Walmart. We're taking all these TVs. What can they do? Stop us? Nah.
Nah.
Not like it's super hard to steal anything from Walmart anyway. Is that what we're saying?
All right.
Do you want to tell me something about your Walmart excursions you go on every day, Josh?
He's
Not
banned
really.
from 64 when he works in Texas.
67.
Oh,
Sorry.
damn.
Yeah, he's actually been
30.
buying the entirety of the Spirit Halloween's like stock to steal things from Walmart.
You don't think I'm at a Walmart right now?
He's like, bro, I'm in the back
I'm
room
live
stealing
streaming
your
from
internet."
I'm live streaming from the bathroom. Did you hear the echo?
Sir, please leave the restroom. No.
No, this
Sir,
is my
we know
DVD.
you're not shitting in there. It's been 2 hours.
What I do with my Transformers is my own time.
You know what, brother? I'll drink to that. Hold on, you ready?
All right.
Anyways, getting
Oh,
back. Getting
I guess I didn't give my answer. The Terrifier movies. I think those are stupid as fuck.
really.
Yes, I think they're dumb as fuck. They don't really have a story. Art is like just excessively murdery for no reason, really, just because he's like a demon clown, whatever. And then like, there's too much poop in those fucking movies. If I
Wait, you
wanted
mean Terrifier, not Terabyte.
Terrifier,
Okay.
if I wanted to watch something play with poop, I'd go to the zoo.
See, I recently watched the first Terrifier and really liked it.
God,
I haven't watched the second or third though.
I think they're dumb. There's too much poop stuff in it.
All right then.
mean,
I can't really speak because I've never seen the Terrifier movies.
Watch Dead Meat James's kill counts on them. There you go. Save your time.
All right. I did hear an interview from the director saying that there was one line he'd never cross, and it's killing a kid on screen. So,
Like the great Michael B. Jordan said, "Fuck them kids."
fuck them
Damn right.
kids.
Speaking of fuck them kids, actually, if it's okay, I'd like to start first horror movie because I have a tale.
Okay.
I have-
All right.
So, when I
I
was 6 years old, and you already know this story, Al. When I was 6 years old, I was sitting and watching this like HBO Max like animated kids show that came on at like 3 to 4, like when you get home from
Jesus.
school. Super dope. I loved it. Or not HBO Max, whatever it was called back then. And I'm
3 to 4,
watching
3 to
it.
4 p.m. not a.m.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what my OGs was. That was.
So my mom like usually would watch it with me, but I don't remember why, but she had to like go into the kitchen and do something or like wasn't really paying attention. So my show ends and then I watched the first half of The Ring at 6 years old.
Jesus Christ.
I did not sleep for 2 weeks. My mom still every once in a while when it's like spooky season will bring it up. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. I didn't let you sleep for 2 weeks, but I'm just saying maybe someone should have had some parental controls on the TV. I was scarred for years. All right. And I watched it again recently, and I was like, damn, this is still really fucking scary. And I'm not sure if it's the trauma response or if it's actually just that scary.
Now you're talking about the American Ring, correct? Not Ringu.
Ringu, I think, is scarier than The Ring. But also, it probably would not have flown very well in American theaters for obvious reasons.
Yeah. Them Japanese know how to scare the shit out of people.
Mhm. Well, also, just for ad revenue purposes, I will not talk too much about Ringu. And why it's not allowed, I would imagine, in an American theater.
Yeah. Probably shouldn't do that. Al, what was your first horror movie?
The Grudge.
Oh, interesting.
Hell yeah.
I think it was either like I can actively remember seeing like that. I remember. Oh, I watched this horror movie. It's Saw. That Saw movie I talked about in episode 1. But I think maybe The Grudge is that I like saw and then was like, oh man, I wet myself.
That's fair.
Yeah, and it's either The Grudge or The Ring, maybe as well. Actually, what about you, Josh? What do you got?
Honestly, for me, the first horror movie I saw was The Exorcist.
Oh,
And-
fuck yeah.
Yeah, and that was right before I went to college too. Like,
Oh, shit. So you're kind of newer into the horror. Bro, Josh, I have to give you some...
Newer, but I've definitely seen shit.
Oh yeah, 100%. Well, I don't think there's. I think a lot of people don't get into horror because they don't have people in their lives that kind of like push them towards trying it.
No,
And
yeah,
I think
fair.
kids were like, "That's scary. I don't like that," so we don't understand it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then you like become an adult and you're like, "Holy fuck, this is amazing!" You know?
Yeah, no, yeah, very true. Wait, what the hell am I saying? That was like half my life ago. That was like almost 15 years ago, give or take.
Yeah, but like, you know, I'm just saying it's still pretty recent. You feel me?
Yeah, but still, it's like, Jesus. I was like 18 when I saw The Exorcist, and it still fucked me up.
Oh, I don't doubt it, bro. I think especially when you first start watching horror movies, you're not used to the tropes yet, so everything hits way harder.
Oh, big time. Yeah, absolutely big time. Yeah, it was Exorcist, then Alien, and then Aliens.
Oh, dude, I'm so fucking jelly. You got like the horror, like, you know, gold trophies of the of the decades, bro. You got the greatest hits to start with.
And then I saw the Nightmare on Elm Street series. Then I binged all of the Friday the 13th series. When I was in college, I had a fucking tiny ass like tube TV that I just watched all the scary movies on that on like I guess Sci-Fi Channel back when that was the thing.
Dude, I
they had-
loved
when they
Sci-Fi.
had their
Oh my God.
horror movie marathon. Like I
Do
would
you
just
remember
keep
when
I
they
would
put
just keep the
Battlestar
TV
Galactica
on. What's up?
Do you remember when they put Battlestar Galactica on? Hello.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Sorry, wrong's podcast for that, but my bad. I had to reminisce over the good old days.
Yeah, good old days when sci-fi was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, that was once I got into horror, I got into horror.
Hell yeah. I mean, I was kind of screwed from the get-go anyways, because even if I hadn't watched The Ring at 6 years old, only like a couple years later, my mom started sitting me down and watching horror movies with me because she loved horror movies. My dad's terrified of them, and my sister wasn't really into them yet.
Ooh, nice.
So I got a little tortured as a kid at first, and then I like got hit like 9 or 10, and I was like, "Oh, these are awesome! I love it!" You know?
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah, yeah, had some pretty good times in college. Thinking of like first horror movies, just horror movies in general. What is a horror movie, scary movie, thriller, or whatever that you think or that you wish people would talk more about? Because there's a lot of people talk about the classics like Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, The Thing. It's like,
Dude,
and modern shit as well. So what do you think?
I've got you.
Okay.
I'll start with this. One of the leads is Agent Cody Banks. If you
No
guys
shit,
remember
really?
him. Yeah. Stay Alive. It was a horror movie back in, I want to say, the early 2000s.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Listen, bro. I'm just sorry. I got good taste. What can I say? What can I say?
Dude, I think about that movie all the time.
You die in the game, you die in real life.
Yeah, dude, literally.
Oh, good. Oh. If you haven't watched it, I can give you a spoiler-free TLDR.
Please and thank you.
Of course. So basically, there's this like online game, and all the main characters are teenagers, and they all, not all of them, but some of them are, yeah, exactly, good gaming friends. Some of them are like really into this horror video game thing where it's like multiplayer or whatever. But then one of them realizes that when like basically somebody's character dies, a like person dies as well, right? And then one of their friends finally kicks the bucket while they're trying to figure out why it's happening. And that's when it really like all kicks off at once. And it kind of goes from just like campy B horror film to like horror action. Dude, so good. I highly recommend the watch. I would say it's up there in so bad it's good to like Neil Breen movies or like The Room with Tommy Wiseau. Like, it's worth it. I promise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Al, do you have anything?
I think it's. Let me make sure I'm saying it's the right title in my head. I don't know if it's underrated or not. Maybe it isn't, but I'm gonna say it anyways. You're next. Either you don't know that one.
Your next
Okay.
is pretty banger.
It's finally because really I know everyone can agree with this. When you're watching a horror movie and you're like, just do this, don't be dumb, please be smart. The main character grew up on a survival camp, like a survival refugee camp type thing. So she just has like a lot of life skills, and
Mhm.
shit starts to hit the fan because people are getting murdered, and she just goes into full like, I'm not gonna fucking die, and just pretty much starts fighting the attackers. So it's so fucking good. It's like it's what you want from a horror movie. You're like, yes, the main character isn't a dumb person and is making sure they live.
Oh fuck yeah.
It's a good watch. It's fun. Kills are pretty cool. And then like the ending is really good too, story wise. Like the plot, the twist. You're like, oh, cool. Wasn't expecting that. Like, it's gonna be
Yeah,
fun.
interesting. Huh?
Have you
Yeah.
seen? Have either of y'all seen Your Next?
I think so. I've heard the name. I can't remember if I've seen it or not, but I'll definitely watch it again and let you know if I have seen it.
I vaguely remember it from Ghost College. I'm pretty sure I was very inebriated at the time, though, as I usually was during Spooky Month during those years.
What about you, Josh? What you got?
So, I've got a an oldie that I don't think a lot of people aside from the Ted TV show have heard of. The Watcher
Okay.
in the Woods.
Shut the hell up.
Shut up.
I knew you were gonna pick some cop out like that.
No, what the fuck?
To be fair, he is right. It was really not popular when it came out, because I remember when I first watched The Watcher in the Woods, and I was like, I think this movie's pretty good. My dad was like, that's fucking terrible, and it came out when I was in high school. And I'm like, shut up.
But no, after after I heard about it on TED, I did watch it, and it's actually really good. It's
It
pretty
is.
good.
You know, I've got one more that I want to talk about that's more recent,
Yeah.
if that's okay. Have you guys watched Late Night with the Devil?
Yes, it was ass.
What? I loved it. So good.
Damn.
Dude, I like it. I think I liked it because I really like psychological horror and suspense horror.
Mm-hmm.
And like throughout the entire thing, it goes like I would say the first 30 minutes or so are like very normal type shit.
Yeah.
And then like slowly you notice like cuts, like especially if you watch it a second time, you can notice the shit happening in the background. That was what was giving you those creepy feelings because your brain was subconsciously absorbing that information. It's so good. And then by the end, everything just hits the fan and it's like basically just melts the TV with how cool it and like existential it gets.
All right. Interesting. I'll have to check it out. You know what? If you guys really don't like if you guys really don't like my pick, I can.
Oh wait, I got the wrong
Someone
movie
else.
in my head. Never mind.
All right. Yeah. Which one?
No, I'm talking to Hunter. I was thinking Last Night in Soho.
What? Dude, I was about to say Interview with the Devil is such a good movie. I was gonna let you live on that though. I was like, you know what? It's definitely not for everybody because it is a slow burn at first, and I could see someone like watching the first 20 minutes being like, "This fucking sucks," and turning it off.
I haven't seen that one yet.
It's really good.
But what I was saying is, if you guys really don't like my pick of Watcher in the Woods, Ready or Not.
Ready or Not.
Ready or Not was
Ready or
so
Not.
good.
I
Dude,
love
you're
that
so
actor.
right. I barely hear anybody talk about Ready or Not.
Came out in 2019, starring Samara Weaving and Adam Brody. This
Yes.
shit
Also, wait,
was fire.
The leading girl is the same lady from The Babysitter from Netflix, which was also a fantastic movie.
The first one of that was so good. The second
Yeah,
one
the second one was kind of shit.
She was also in Mayhem. Mayhem's another one people need to watch.
Big agree. Samara Weaving's just a really talented actress.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
yeah.
made I thinker for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Ready
if
or
you
Not's
guys-
really good though.
yeah, definitely. Ready or Not is a really interesting movie with a twist I don't think a lot of people saw coming
Yeah.
at the end.
Yeah, I agree. Now that we've kind of hit that movie you wish people would talk about more, I want to talk about
Movie.
Gore versus
Shut the fuck
Suspense.
up. Oh, okay.
Dude, I'm big team suspense and thrills. I love gore, but I feel like gore is so cheap most of the time, the way that they do it. Like, it's not like back in the 80s where, like, the gore centered around the writing and it had a reason to be there. I feel like a lot of times, kind of to Al's point earlier, even though I liked the first Terrifier movie, now it's just, like, gore for the sake of gore.
Yeah.
And that's not scary.
Yeah.
If you want that, just go to r/Reddit. There you go. There's your gore.
r/Reddit gore. Wait, is that an actual thing?
I'm sure it is.
I is like, do not look that shit up. It's bad. I accidentally typed that one time when I was trying to find eye bleach because I wanted to look at photos of like cute shit, and I was sad.
That kind of reminds me of Reddit 50/50s.
Yeah, it's like Reddit 50.
Oh god, yeah. Jesus, oof.
Yeah,
those were the thing. Yeah.
Suspense thrillers all day. I literally would just point for point. Daz took out what was I had in mind. It gets too much extra. Cool. I'm down for some cool kills, sure, but if you're just, it doesn't look cool.
Well, like, it's also just like with modern video games and stuff too. I see gore like to the point where I think unfortunately a lot of us are very desensitized to it, and it just doesn't really do much anymore. I don't have that like primal response of
you don't have that like oh god I can't, and now you're just kind of like, oh that's weird. Okay.
Yeah, just
what is this? Is this over soon? Is this over soon? Like, come on, come on. Okay.
Literally,
there's not that much human blood in a body, but okay.
Literally, let me put it this way: my crypt keeper and I, we used to watch The Boys together while I ate.
Yeah.
And The Boys is very gory, and I'm over here eating like curry, just chowing down while I'm watching explode. And I remember crypt keeper was like, baby, I can't watch this. And I was like, that's fair. We can put something else on and turn this on later.
Yeah. Gore nowadays is just so much extra compared to what it was back in the, I would say, golden era of horror movies.
Oh, yeah.
And a golden era I would classify as anywhere between, say, The Thing and Scream 1.
I'd agree with that. I can definitely agree with that.
What year did Scream 1 come out?
Like
early 2000s.
Early 2000s.
Maybe 1999. I can't actually remember.
96.
I'm fairly certain it was early. Oh, wow.
Wow, really? Okay, yeah.
Also, did I tell you guys recently I was watching the first Scream? And did you notice that Matthew Lillard is wearing the same boots that he also, for everyone who hasn't watched Scream yet, here's a spoiler warning, even though you don't deserve it because it's been out for like over 2 decades now. You can figure out the killer in this scene where they're in the bathroom because the dude wears the same boots throughout the entire fucking movie.
Oh yeah, big time.
And there's also another scene with like he does something with his hand.
Yeah.
One of them does something with their one of their hands hurt, and you're like, oh, interesting.
Yeah, the clues are always there if you are smart enough to look.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but it's like 15 or 20 minutes in the movie, and you're like, wait a second, those are the same boots. Holy fuck, it's the same dude.
Yeah. I kind of think like, when was the last time I enjoyed a gory film?
I can't think of one, bro. I'm gonna be real.
I can't think of like a recent one. The only one that comes to mind that isn't that recent, Cabin in the Woods. Cabin in the Woods ending was pretty gory.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that bad, though, I would say. Because a lot of them are off-screen kills, and you just see the blood splatter. When I'm thinking gore, I'm thinking like The Thing.
Up in your face.
Yeah.
Like the first Nightmare on Elm Street.
I would say, what is it? Hellraiser. The first Hellraiser.
Oh,
really good example of good gore. There's gore fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
I would also say the new Hellraiser as well. Like there's gore, but it's very tasteful gore.
Oh, also Splice. I think that was I want to say that was a Guillermo del Toro movie, maybe. It might have been. I might just be blowing stuff out my butt, though. Splice was the one where it's like, basically, these geneticists create a hybrid of a human and a bunch of other shit.
I know what you're talking about. Yes, that movie freaked me the fuck out as a kid. And for some reason, my father loved it.
Oh, I mean, like it came out in, I guess, yeah. Fuck, we were kids back then, huh? It's 2010, so that's like 14 years ago. Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
I'm so old.
Shut up. You're like
Ah,
a month older than me.
yeah. No, I'm saying that as in we are so old because we're like pretty much the same fucking age.
Yeah. You know, a movie really fucked me up. Speaking of spice like geneticist, Human Centipede.
Nope. Nope. Yeah. Nope. I hated that
I don't
movie.
get how people say like they love that movie. I'm like,
You're like, I
you
think
need
that's
help.
you need help that isn't available anymore. You know that shock therapy they did with the water? Yeah, you need that.
You need Jesus. But why don't we push forward here? Because I feel like we could talk about this one all night.
Oh god.
Although I would love to. My favorite family-friendly horror movie has to be either
okay.
Beetlejuice or Hocus Pocus.
All right.
What was your first answer? I didn't hear that. I actually didn't hear. What was your first-
Beetlejuice or Hocus Pocus.
Okay.
Those were mainstays in the house.
So I'm also gonna go with Hocus Pocus is Disney, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm also going with Disney. What's the witch movie? Disney witch movie?
Halloween Town.
Yes, Halloween Town.
Halloween Town was so good. Oh my god.
That's my movie. Yes, Halloween Town.
Yo!
Okay, if Halloween Town is yours,
So much better,
I'm still sticking with Disney. Disney horror movies. Give me a second. I can't think of what it's called, but I only remember the plot. Twitches.
Oh yeah. I can vibe with that.
Witches.
Yeah, the twin sister witches.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys remember Haunted Mansion with Eddie Murphy?
Yeah,
Who doesn't?
Oh my god, so good.
that one was so good.
I
mean,
don't like the new one.
obviously,
I
I'll
didn't
tell you my favorite childhood movie of all time, which I think I've talked about before on podcasts. I just don't want to go over it for too long. The Nightmare Before Christmas. We watch it on Halloween and on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Every year.
Would you classify that as a Halloween movie or a Christmas
Yes,
movie?
because it has
Yeah.
both elements. You count
Both.
it as both. Because the movie starts in Halloween and then it
Mhm.
progresses into Christmas, and then they go, wait, no, let's not do this one. So
Yeah,
it's
I watched-
it's a both movie.
Oh, 100%. And I watched it so much as a kid that we ended up buying 3 different VHSs before it came to CD.
Jesus, really?
I had it on DVD. I had it on bootleg DVD, and I would watch it
Hey.
on all the trips to Mexico. That and Corpse Bride.
Corpse Bride was so good. Okay, this is going to sound horrifying, but as a little autistic child, I had a crush on the Corpse Bride.
I
She
still
was
don't
just
know.
very cute. She was just so bonita.
Yeah.
I mean,
Not my
that's fair.
fault. And she was also so nice. Yeah, honestly, Corpse Bride deserved better than that dude, because he was just kind of an asshole the entire movie. Can we all agree on that?
I mean, he's being forced to murder a woman that he's not in love
I
with.
mean, listen, okay, though, because she literally was like, I will give you my entire everything. And she was very, very so much in love with him.
Yes,
and
but he also had a woman in the overworld that was like, I will give you my everything.
Fuck that bitch.
And she was
deserved
alive.
better.
If we're talking family-friendly movies, Haunted Mansion. Was Haunted House?
Monster House?
Monster House. That's the one. Thank you.
Oh,
No
yeah.
problem, bro. That was a bang. Also, the PS2 game for Monster House was amazing.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
don't know if you guys ever played it, but it was oh.
I missed the movie to video game PS2 era. Bring that back.
Same, dude.
Sorry, I'm looking at
Same. We need it. Needs to come back. Absolutely.
Spider-Man 2 video game for PS2. A direct video game to movie, but it was amazing. It was probably until the PS5 Spider-Man or PS4 Spider-Man came out that I think it was Naughty Dog did, I want to say, or who was it that just did the
Insomniac.
That's what it was. That Insomniac did. Spider-Man PS2 was the best Spider-Man game ever. And I would say it's like the second best now.
Favorite director is Ari Talk. Damn it, I can say his last name without sounding like Ari Aster.
Ari Aster, hell yeah.
And then director was great. Or no, writer was great.
I think for me, it had to be Stephen King. I grew up on a lot of Stephen King movies with my mom. Like one of the first horror movies we watched after like The Ring and all that was Children of the Corn, and that shit fucked me up a little bit.
Mm.
It made me look at the kids in elementary school a little differently.
I'm gonna go a little newer. I think James Wan is one of the best modern horror movie directors.
Yeah, he's up there.
I can respect that.
He's done Saw. He's done Dead Silence, Insidious, The Conjuring.
You know, and I think to your point too, I think the reason why he's such a good director is he understands cinematography so well and like framing
Yes,
and
absolutely.
understanding like color theory that he can make a scene that has nothing bad going on it feel eerie as fuck. And that is a talented director. All right?
Was this him? It was. Did you guys ever see Dead Silence?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think so.
It's what made me hate puppets. It's what made me hate puppets back in the day. It's you gotta give it a watch. Easiest way to put it. Creepy
It's
puppet
really
movie.
good.
He would give Chucky a run for his money.
I don't think he would beat Chucky's ass, but I do think that he'd probably rip an arm or two off of Chucky.
Yeah, it'd be a good little fight.
I know we're kind of reaching the end of our evening together, boys.
Yeah.
But this has been very fantastic way to spend Spooky Month, and I feel very blessed to have been here with you boys.
What's going on?
Is this where you announce you're dead?
Yeah, I am dead. Unfortunately.
Big sadness. Big sadness.
But also, unfortunately, I haven't passed on. So you guys will not be getting your inheritance from my will yet.
I mean, we did have you sign a contract, so we got you for another 224 episodes.
I know, dude. It's amazing. It's gonna be great.
It's actually 225 if one of them lands on a leap year.
Hey!
Fuck! Wait, no, I wasn't down to be around for 225. Are you fucking kidding me? And it does end on a leap year. God damn it.
Too bad.
To express all of my rage, let's talk about a movie recommendation for the road.
Dead Silence.
Hey, fuck yeah. I was about to say, it's a good segue. I want to bend the rules a little bit.
No.
Fuck you. There is a mini series that I have adored for years that really fucked me up. I think I was in like freshman year of high school when I first watched it. It's called Rose Red. It's based on a book by, I think it's Stephen King. It's so fucking good. TLDR, I think maybe the professor is a psychic too, but a bunch of psychics investigate this like house from a dude who's, speaking of inheritance, inherited it. He was trying to explain kind of some of the weird shit that happened in the mansion, but pretty much as stuff goes on, worse and more terrible things happen, and it's during that kind of era of horror and TV where they had to get really creative with their shots and with their practical effects, and it's just done so well. Like, I would say it's done similarly well to a lot of the really good David Tennant Doctor Who horror episodes, and that like kind of level of ingenuity in writing. It's worth the watch.
All right. Interesting. Sounds interesting.
Oh, where they filmed Rose Red is actually here in America.
Oh,
It's over in Washington.
That's sick as fuck.
Beau's Afraid. It's another
Beau's
one.
Okay.
It's got Joaquin Phoenix in it too.
Oh, anything with Joaquin
yeah.
is always good.
Almost anything.
That's true. There was a more recent one I don't want to talk about because it hurts my feelings.
Yeah. What about you, Josh? What you got? What are you recommending us?
Okay. Well, you know what? I said it once, so I'll say it again.
Oh, say it again.
Yeah, say it again, boys. I still really think a lot of people should check out friggin' Krampus.
Krampus is really good. It is not a kid's movie, bro.
No, it
I
isn't.
will die on that hill, okay?
We weren't saying it was a good movie.
It was marketed as a kid's movie, though.
Oh, was it?
Was it?
Yeah, dude.
No, the fuck you're not. You're
Yeah,
kidding.
it was marketed as a kid's movie.
You're kidding, right? Krampus, 2015 movie, marketed as a kids movie.
It was marketed as like a kid's horror film. I remember because I was begging my parents to take me to it, and they said it didn't look scary enough. And if I remember correctly, like the marketing tagline was something along the lines of like, you know, a horror movie for the whole family or some bullshit like that.
What the fuck?
I know.
That is wildly different from what the movie actually is.
Exactly! It's a really good movie! It deserves so much more love. I also remember it not doing very well.
Yeah, probably not.
Speaking of, I've got one more recommendation for a goofy horror movie, if we're okay with that.
Okay, let's go.
So I think it came out in like it was either the late '80s or early '90s, but it was in that era of movies where like you could get away with a lot of dumb shit. I'm talking about the movie where a dude's wife accidentally falls into like a lawnmower at the beginning, and then he puts her back together with dead hookers. It's Frankenhooker. Such a good movie.
What?
Dude, if you haven't watched it, my sister showed me it when she went to college. She came back and she was like, I have a movie for you. And we sat down and watched Frankenhooker together. And oh,
It's on Peacock.
my
I can watch it at some point soon.
bro, it's not even scary. It's just really funny and morbid. It did terrible when it first came out. I remember when my dad first found out that we watched it because he had walked into the living room we were watching, and he was like, this came out, and literally it was in theaters for like a week, which is insane.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like, that's
oh my
like
god, I'm looking at it. It came
terrible.
out June 1st, 1990. Its budget was $2.5 million.
How much did it make?
200,000.
Jesus. God damn.
That's amazing.
Ah.
And then
Well,
here's like the description of it. A New Jersey mad doctor rebuilds his girlfriend with body parts from exploded hookers. Yo, it's got a 60% on Rotten Tomatoes,
Bro, it's
though.
really good.
That's pretty solid.
You know what? I should have used Frankenhooker as my underrated horror movie. Damn it. Well, I'm glad I recommended it at least. It's
Well,
really
I've
good.
I've got one more movie before we sign off.
Please.
One movie that I think people should definitely check out. Don't Breathe.
Yo, that's on my list.
That's a good
That
one.
came out in like that's the one where dude's blind, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Stephen Lang is the antagonist in this, and he
Oh,
is.
bro, they got
blind.
Pandora, bro.
And somehow they have a sequel.
What?
Yeah,
It's a sequel that came out like way later, though. It wasn't like, oh, the first one did so well, let's make a sequel. It was, you can tell they're just like, oh, sure.
yeah,
Holy
it's a Don't Breathe too, and yeah, I heard that one wasn't very good.
Boys, I saw a thing that said Don't Breathe 3 with Jenna Ortega. And then
Please
it was
no.
those stupid YouTube things where it's like, Netflix concept. And I was like, God damn it. I was getting ready to make so much fun of this thing.
Good old fake movie trailers. Love
Yeah,
them.
dude,
Well,
that hurts my feelings.
yeah, it sucks. Well, sucks to suck. That being said, that is going to be it for this Spookycast episode and our Spookycast Halloween themed podcast. So hopefully everyone here enjoyed our talk, our discussions. Hopefully everyone is having a good time, and we will see you guys again next episode. That being said, happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween!
Spooky, scary.